So we're looking at retirement planning masterclass. Retirement planning masterclass. We're going to be looking at this amazing topic, and it's very important for us to look at these, especially with reference to the economic climate all over the world right now. When you look at what's happening all over the world, you realize that a lot of people that have labored for 10, 20, 30, 40 years of their life, that are supposed to be relaxing and enjoying life right now, are finding themselves back in the labor market, are finding themselves having to depend on their dependents and depend on people to survive. And that is not the plan of God for your life.
Get ready to be blessed by this powerful teaching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more inspiring messages. Now, let's get started.
Proverbs chapter 4 and verse number 7 says, wisdom is a principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and in all you're getting, get understanding. Another translation says, getting wisdom is the most important thing that you can do, but along with your wisdom, develop common sense and good judgment. So this series is to help prepare you for that inevitable season of your life, where whether you like it or not, everyone will have to retire one day, because nobody grows young. Every day you wake up, life is in session. There's no rehearsal, no room to rehearse for life. Every day you wake up, life is in session. So I want you to make sure you spread the word around and spread the word around your network and get this series. Take notes and make sure you don't miss any of these services in the next 3 weeks. So we're going to be covering different ground. We're going to be looking at the inevitables so that you will know that these things are sacrosanct. Then we're going to be looking at definitions just to give us clarity and understanding about this topic, retirement planning masterclass. And then we're going to be looking at the seasons of life just to share a few wisdom tips and give clarity on how to manage the seasons of your life. Then we're going to be looking at the research statistics that has unfortunately become true to many people all over the world. And we'll wrap it up with the 10 secrets to a successful retirement. 10 secrets to a successful retirement. So let's begin by looking at the three inevitables. The three inevitables. For everyone listening to the sound of my voice, regardless of who you are, what you do, and where you are, there are three inevitables that you will have to contend with, or that you will have to face in the course of your working life and in the course of your career. Number one is retire. Whether you like it or not, there comes a time where they will have to retire you, or you will have to retire yourself, because nobody grows young, everybody grows old. And because life is in phases and life is in seasons, it therefore means that there comes a time in your life where whether you like it or not, you cannot actively engage, because the energy is not there, the strength is not there. You cannot actively do what you used to do when you were younger, and you have to step aside for the next generation and for other people to continue to take the world to where it needs to get to. Because before you came, there were people in the front line that stepped aside for you to take the front line, and whether you like it or not, you will also have to step aside for others to take the front line. So the first inevitable is you will have to retire one day. Number two, the second inevitable is that you will have to resign. If you don't retire, you will have to resign. There are a lot of you sitting down right now, listening to me. A lot of you are listening to me all over the world. You have left different organizations, different companies, different places you have worked. You have left them. Why? Because you resigned from the job. You resigned for many reasons, which we cannot go into right now. So resignation from a place of employment, resignation from a place of work is something that you will have to face in life. So if you are not resigning, you are also retiring. The third one is to be retrenched. To be retrenched. There are many of you that have lost your job. You've been sacked. You've been a victim of downsizing. You've been a victim of all kinds of policies and changes in the economy, in the market, and different industries. And you found yourself out of job. You've been sacked, which is what it means to be retrenched. You were a victim of a retrenchment process. So you find out that in this world that we live in, these three inevitable hours are the reality. And whether you like it or not, you will face at least one in your lifetime. And guess what? If nobody has ever sacked you, and you have never been retrenched from any job, if you have never had to resign from any job, the one that you cannot escape is retirement. You will have to retire one day. Tell them, say you go retire. Oh. Every time I say whether you like it or not, you go retire. Oh. So you will have to retire whether you like it or not. And because you have to retire, that's why I am now focusing on this aspect of retirement, because no one will plan your life for you without your direct involvement. If it's going to be, it's up to you. You cannot push the responsibility of your life and of your retirement to other people. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So let's now begin to look into what this retirement, let's define retirement. What does it mean to retire? What exactly does retirement mean? So let's look at it. So number one, let's look at planning. Planning means preparing and strategizing for something in the future. So when you say, I'm planning what to eat, it means you are planning to prepare a meal that you will eat, but you're not going to eat it now. You have to plan, prepare, and eat. Planning is what? Preparing and strategizing for something in the future. I'm planning to travel next month. So you need to plan and prepare, and then you travel. I'm planning to complete that house. I'm planning to release that book. I'm planning to launch a new product. So planning is what? Preparing and strategizing for something in the future. That's why the Bible says in the book of Luke, chapter 14, beginning from verse 28, which of you intending to build a tower will not first of all sit down and count the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it, least after he has started, he is not able to complete. After he has started, he is not able to finish it. So planning is preparing and strategizing for something in the future. So every time we are planning, you are preparing for something futuristic. You are preparing for something that is yet to be, so that you can be sure that it is done well. And that's why we say that proper planning prevents poor performance. If you plan well, you will do well. If you fail to plan, you have already planned for failure. The next one is retirement. Retirement. What is retirement? Retirement is a period of time or season of your life when you are out of active service. Retirement is a period of time or season of your life when you are out of active service. Active service. So when you say you are in active service, you are either in 9 to 5, or you are in 5 to 9, you are in 7 to 7, or 7 to 7, 8 to 8. So you have hours of working. So when you work at least 12 hours a day, you are in active work. So anything that takes more than 60% of your time is a full-time job. Full-time does not mean you are doing it 100%. It means anything that takes 60% of your time is a full-time job. So people have a 12-hour day week. They have a 40-week work week. And then you find out that when you are in active service, that means you are waking up every day. You are going to work. You are going to your business. You are doing the grind. What that means is you are in what? Active service. But there comes a time when you can no more do that. Sometimes you phase your retirement. So you begin to do, okay, instead of 40 weeks, now I'm doing 30, now I'm doing 20, now I'm doing 10. Instead of 12 hours a day, now I'm just doing 2 hours a day. I'm just doing 1 day a week, or 2 days a week. You're beginning to phase until you get to a point where you can even relax, and then other people begin to do the work. So when you now talk about retirement planning, we are now talking about you preparing for that season of your life where you will no more be in active service. Preparing for that season of your life where you will not have the strength and the energy to run around the way you are running around right now. And guess what? Where you may not have the kind of income you are getting right now. Because once you retire, you are not going to be getting full benefit anymore. If you have a pension plan, then you're going to be limited by the meager income through the pension plan if you have not planned for that retirement, which is why we're talking of retirement planning. So planning, preparation, maintenance culture are alien to us. And that's why when you want to become successful, you need to plan, you need to prepare. When you become successful, you need to maintain what you have achieved, maintain what you have acquired. But when you look at this part of the world, you realize that maintenance culture is very poor. Planning is very poor. A lot of people don't plan. Oh, God will do it. It is where. Whatever will be, will be. God is in control. We throw out all these lazy, mentally lazy, religiously blind statements. Just God, you just throw God. As if God will come and do for you what he has empowered you to do. So we don't plan well, we don't prepare well, and then we end up having a bad result, and we turn around to say it's village people. Whereas you are the one that did not do what you're supposed to do. Maintenance culture. Look all around you. You find that there are a lot of places, buildings, properties, electronics, gadgets that have been bought. And then you find out that few days later, few weeks later, few years later, they are no more the way they are supposed to be. Why? Because there is no maintenance. It is not being maintained. It is what? It is not being maintained. I remember we're coming to the church, I think 2 weeks ago. And my wife was showing me a property that looks, the whole place looks very ugly. They were supposed to use it for an event. And she said, when she got there, even the outside is not looking too good. So she was showing me. I said, you have shown me before. She said, it's just that. I said, that this thing you are saying is ugly now. Once they paint it, you will discover it's not ugly. It's because the person is not willing to paint. She now said, I told the event company there that why don't you people paint it? They said, no, we only have authority over the inside. I said, they are not ready to pay. That's why they said they have authority over the inside. If they are ready to paint the outside, and they say, landlord, we want to paint to help your house. Landlord will accept. But landlord is not willing to pay. They too, they are not willing to pay. So maintenance culture. Many of the things you call old, many of the things you call expired, many of the things you call dilapidated, many of the things you say is not functioning is because it is not well maintained. Maintenance culture. I learned that from my father. My father's Pojo. Hey! That Pojo, I mean a Pijo, I mean Pojo or Pijo. Hey, That we call that car last born. Hey, this is my father that you people are seeing here. K. When he wakes up in the morning, he will sit down with that pojo, and he will be kai. He will scream everywhere. He will do daddy dado. He will wash tire, wash everything. He takes care of that car. I'm sure that car spent like that car should have spent at least. I'm not sure, but the car reached like 30 years before he died. They use the car. Can you imagine a car spending 30 years? Some people have that kind of culture. They can maintain things. I remember, let me tell you this story. As I remember that this man that people see that is now gentle and quiet, his old age. As the man they old, they soft down, it's softer as he gets old. That car was causing trouble. When I got born again, and I came back from campus, we just okay, holy boy, yeah, go and watch the car. Then I came back from school and now born again. We are doing quiet time. I'll now wake up in the morning. I will just hear, wake up. Which prayer are you praying? Go and watch the car for me. So I was like, this man is a devil. How can he not see that I'm praying because of car? Must we watch the car every day? I was ignorant, because a lot of us are just religious fanaticism. Then I was complaining one day, and my mom came and said, you see, you are not right, but you are not getting it because this religion that you say you have gotten, that this your born again thing, that if you people are born again, does it mean your behavior should not change for the better? That your father has nothing against your prayer, but you that know you want to pray, are you not supposed to either wash the car in the night, or you wake up very early, wash the car, and then go and pray? That why will you now leave your job undone? You will now be praying. You are a son. You have a responsibility to your father and to this house. I said, okay, that makes sense. So, guess what? The man that will come and wake me, I woke up very early, washed the car. I just discovered that the man didn't come to wake me. I woke up, where's daddy? He has gone. Day two. That's how the thing ended. And there are many of you like that. My father is bad. My mother is bad. You are the one that is not wise. You are not wise about your Christian life. You are not wise about the way you do things. When you prioritize your life, many of the things you are saying are not okay. They are okay. Well, let me not deviate. Maintenance culture. That's what they were. So that I learned from my father. Maintenance culture. The man can maintain things. People in the olden days, they used to keep all those KDK fan. There are things they will keep that you're like, this one grown dig. Oh my God. Let's move on. So everyone, listen to me right now. You need to know that if you are going to become successful, you need to have a retirement plan. Things are changing. And the world we live in right now, can you imagine, see, retirement plan has been growing from 45 to 55 to 65. Now they're even saying that retirement plan should be moved to 70. And I think that has been approved in different sectors in different parts of the world. Because a lot of people are now realizing that at 70, they can still bubble. And that's why many of our politicians, you see, they don't want to go. Look at Nigeria, look at America. Old people are ruling everywhere. And you are wondering why things are not working. So they want to stay, instead of them to be an advisor and to stay behind, they still want to be active so that they will use our money to be going for hospital and be paying the bills and be restructuring themselves. So there are people shouting for, let's increase the age. Look at what happened. We did Elders Forum on which day now? 2 weeks ago or thereabout. You saw the politics on the pulpit. The speaker is saying, I'm a youth. At almost 60. The elders are saying, no, you are an elder. Nobody wants to associate with old age. People wait on 60, wait on 65, they say I'm young. 60 is the new 50. 50 is the new 40. Just they play. Be deceiving yourself. You will suddenly realize that you are not young. When you are alone and you look at yourself, you know that lines are falling upon line in pleasant. I know you come to church, you package everything. Everybody, you look, everybody thinks that now person with the house with you, know what's in there they see. So please, let's not fool ourselves. Whether you like it or not, you are growing older. You need to plan for that retirement. So retirement planning is very, very important. But some people are also entering into what we now call the new retirement. The new retirement. And what's the new retirement? We're going to look at that towards the end, maybe in part 3. And the new retirement is a concept that has been brought to the front burner in the last 10, 15 years, and is you taking responsibility for your retirement by fixing your retirement age and putting systems and structures in place to ensure you retire early and you retire rich. Putting systems and structures in place to fix your retirement age and ensure that you put things in place to retire young and retire rich. So I'm going to share more about that in part 3. When I was 20, in my middle to late 20s, I did a 30-year plan for my life. And I reviewed that over and over again over the last 20, almost 30 years now. Now, I've reviewed that. When I was in my late 20s, I had a plan that by the time I'm 30, this must have happened. By the time I'm 40, this must have happened. By the time I'm 50, this must have happened. And my plan is that by the time I'm 50, I should be set for retirement and everything I need should be sorted out. And you find out that everything I plan, I have surpassed it. Life happens, challenges happen, uncertainties come. But because of that plan, I'm in a better position than many people my age. I'm in a better position than many people that are at the same season of life with me. Why? Because at the age of 24, 25, I had a clear direction of what I wanted to do with my life. By the age of 27, 28, I had to sit down and have a plan for the next 30 years of my life. And that's very, very important. So if you're listening to me right now, especially those of you that are younger, I'm so excited because we have a lot of young people in this church. Nigeria is presently a young country. Africa is a young continent. 75% of Nigerians are below the age of 35. And here in this church, we have a lot of young people. And many times, the old and mature people, they appreciate my message because they've made mistakes and they wish, if I heard this when I was younger. But you younger guys, you think you have the whole world in front of you. You are just having this idealistic view about the world, delusion of grandeur. But you don't understand that it doesn't work like that. Many of you think, that one will never happen to me. Just be deceiving yourself. Look back at your life in the last 10 years. There are many things you thought will have happened by now. It don't happen. There are many things you think will not happen. It don't happen. So, because there are many things you cannot control in the world that we live in today. So let's move on. Then we want to now look into the seasons or the stages of life. Because in order for you to effectively be able to plan your retirement, you have to then know how to manage the stages and the seasons of your life. So there are 4 seasons in the life of every individual. 4 seasons. I call it morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Repeat after me: morning. I can't hear you say it loud. Morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Say, neighbor, there are 4 seasons. Morning, afternoon, evening, and night. So to effectively plan your retirement, you need to understand these seasons of life. That there are seasons in the life of every individual, and these seasons are 4. And once you are aware of the stages and the seasons of life, you are now able to effectively prepare on how to navigate the seasons of life. So number 1, you have the morning season of life, which is the learning stage. That's the first 25 years of your life. So between age 0 to 25, you are in the morning. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, beginning from verse 15, all the way, it says, the labor of the foolish wearies every one of them, because he knoweth not how to go to the city. It says, woe to you, O land, when your king is a child that eat in the morning, and your prince, blessed are you, O land, when your prince is a son of noble that eats in due season. So the morning is a season. It says, woe to you when your king is a child that feasts or eats in the morning. Blessed are you when your king is a son of noble that eats in due season. So that morning there is a season. It's not because if it was morning, afternoon, evening, and night as in a calendar of the day, it would have been said that eats in the evening. He said that eats in due season. So the morning season of your life is the first 25 years of your life. That's the time for you to learn. Is the learning stage. So it therefore means that by the age of 25, there are some things that must have become a reality in your life. If by age 25 you are still trying to write jump, your life is already out of order. You have been jumped. If by age 25, you don't have any certification, you don't have any skill that you can exchange for money, by age 25, you have not come into that place in your life where you have learned about who you are, where you understand your purpose and your vision in this world. You have not come to that stage in your life where you are able to learn what you will use to earn. Then your life is already out of schedule. So I see a lot of people thinking they are young. You are not. Hello? Young boy, you are not young. People can be telling you, oh, you look 16, 16. You know you are not young. Many of you, you are already growing old. And you think you are young. 25 is not young. Go. At 25, I have started this church. Yes, this church you are sitting in. At the age of 25, I was already a founder. We used to call it founder and general overseer in those days. Founder. By 25. Many of you now at 25, business you have not started. Ministry you have not started, but you know how to start a relationship. That's all you know how to start. Relationship. I'm in a relationship. You are 16, you are in a relationship. You are 18, no vision, no direction. You have not started business. You have not started any company. You have not started any organization. You are not making money, but you know how to start a relationship. By 25, many of you have run through. Your body count is ridiculous. That is like air fire rate to power 2. At 25, your body count is like a thermometer. 25. And you are in church wondering why the devil is ruining your life. At 25, you have done 3 boyfriends, 3 girlfriends, 5, 6. Who did this to you? And you are not learning anything. They now employ you. You can no brain. They employ you no skill. They employ you no discipline. You can't produce. So the first season of your life is what? is the learning stage, is the morning. That's when you're supposed to learn so that you will know what to do at every point in time. If you mess up your morning, it will affect every other aspect of your life. Many of the things that people are doing now in their old age is catch up. They are playing catch up because they miss it in the morning. And that's why we have a problem in Africa, because a lot of people are going through what we call the black tax. Parents that have messed up their morning are now using the evening of their life to mess up the morning of their children. They are now putting load and burden upon the children that the children are not supposed to bear. I don't know if you remember the drama we watched, weeks ago? The drama that we watched where the parents, I think it's the same elders who run there. The drama we watched where the parents, the boy was calling the father that he will no more be able to pay. And the mother said, you go pay, as if he's their God. Pay what? Say, because school fees has increased, outside have increased, I need to take care of my family. You go pay, look at the way the woman was doing, you go pay. What have you done with your own life that you are now waiting for children to pay and be taking care of you? Because there are many things that we just, many times. I remember I was having an Insta live session with my friend, Reverend Samadiemi, a while back, maybe 2 years ago or something. And I asked him a question, that this prayer that we normally pray, when your parents will now say, when you bless your parents and they say, children too will do the same to you. So I asked, I said, this prayer, is it a blessing or a curse? Is that prayer a blessing or a curse? Yeah, I understand their heart is a blessing. But are you saying now that me now, after living my life, I will now be waiting for my children to be the one that will sustain me? What have I been doing with my own life that I cannot take care of myself? So whatever the children are bringing is not supposed to sustain you. Whatever they are bringing is supposed to just be a blessing. Honor your father and mother. Honor is not a levy. It's something you do out of your free will and out of an act of worship and honor. So many people now, their children are their retirement plan. Chinedu, you never send money. Nkechi, what's in the happen? Oh, you want to make we die? You don't want to make we chop? What nonsense? What's that? Your children are not your retirement plan. And listen to me, where your ancestors have failed you, you cannot afford to fail your descendants. So if you are listening to me right now, and you're already in that dysfunctional family, you have to now tell yourself, if I'm coming from a dysfunctional family will not come out of me. I'm going to change the story and change the narrative. Then you begin to do something different. The Bible says it is the parents that lay off for the children, not children that lay off for the parents. So manage your morning season very well. Those of you that are young now, you still have enough time to make adjustments. You still have enough time to make adjustments. You still have enough time to make adjustments. Don't carry load that will ruin your life. Number 2, the afternoon season of your life or the ending stage of life. Afternoon season of your life or the ending stage of your life. This is what we call the ending stage between the age of 26 and 50. Age 26 to 50. So once you are between age 26 to 50, afternoon not come. Many of you are 30 now, you think you are young. Your afternoon or something law. Afternoon is going. You're already about to enter evening news. A whole 25 years, a quarter of a century, a year, quarter of a century gone. You think you're still young, you are playing games around, messing around. Instead of you to sit down, face something. They give you a job, you mess up, they sack you, you go this side. All these people, they all these rich people, all these business owners, they are not good. If it's easy to start a business, go and start one. If it's easy to start, why did your father or your grandfather not start a business to employ you, to be paying salary? Instead of you to humble yourself, they give you a job, stay there and do something with your life. You are arguing. So, afternoon. It is in the afternoon that you marry. It is in the afternoon that you give birth to all your children. So it is the earning stage. Guess what? It is what you learn in the morning that you will use to earn in the afternoon. So if you didn't learn trade, you did not learn. Skill, you did not learn. School, you did not go. So you came into the afternoon. I'm a slave queen. I am the table. Anybody that is talking to me, talking stage, 10 million. Stupid people, completely foolish people. Talking stage. But they combine your father, mother, the whole of your family together. They get 10 million. You're talking stage. They will give you 10 million. What are you bringing to this? What was that? But that's the useless generation that we're in right now. People that are bringing nothing, no value to offer. Empty-headed shells, valueless, skillless, with great ambition. You are not even facing reality. There are a lot of young, correct guys, any 150, any 250, that want to marry you. You don't go see correct, you carry your eye up. Small girl, big God. We don't know that sugar daddy is your big God. Allergy is your big God. Deceiving yourself. So, any stage, if you learn well, then you can begin to earn. At that ending stage, what you earn will be determined with what you have learned. Because you can't enter into the marketplace valueless. You enter the marketplace, what value are you bringing to the table? Why should I pay you 200,000? This is something when they say, how much do you want to say? Well, because of transport, from where I live. Now, me saying to go live there, from where I live to this place, and then feeding, upkeep, I will need like 350K. See your mouth, 350K. Anyone, I will need like 350K. Okay, how much were you Your last salary, how much was it? Actually, no, we cannot use that because that company that was there. How much? They will not answer. Bring your last pay slip. You want to collect 350. Okay, no problem. We are ready to pay you 350. Can you go and write down? Go and give us a proposal. How you intend to add value to this organization and help us to be able to make 3 million every month so that we can pay you 350. Then they will come back. Zero, empty head, zero, nothing. So the 350 will appear from the spirits and be entering your account without you bring anything to the table. You want to come to the office and be chewing gum. Come to the office and be on social media. Come to the office and be watching sports and then collect 350. It is well. So that's the afternoon. So if you are in the afternoon, these things must be settled. Married. So if by 50 like this, you are single, you are not married, your life is already out of order. There's already a disorder. If by 50, you see they do school run, you are going for PTA meeting. By 50, if you marry between 25 and 30, between 30 and 35, you're supposed to don't burn on the picky finish. By 50, your children should be teenagers. They'll be talking of university. We should be waiting for you to become grandparent. But at 50, you are still doing diaper. You are still buying Cerilac and Similac. You are still mixing things together. Think of it now. You don't poo-poo. Oh yeah, daddy, you don't carry your child to say, grandpa, well done, it's good. Your grandchild say, no, it's not my grand, it's my child. Abba. Look, I know life happens. Don't get me wrong. There are exceptions. There are people that have gone through the first station. There are people that are 45, 50, they are not married. No problem. God will do it. But normal life, now we talk now, normal life. Because that's an exceptional situation. Normal life. It's not 50, you should be giving birth to children. When do you now want to expire the case now? Because your last born plus 25 years, that's your deliverance. So if you are giving birth at 50, that means by the time the child is 25, you'll be 75. That's why you'll be going for graduation. If you enter play, they will now put you inside wheelchair. Papa is coming for graduation. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. By the time you are 50, you should have got to a point where you have earned enough and use what you have earned to prepare for your retirement. By 50, you should be retiring. By 50, you should not have any issue about retiring. So if by 40, you sit down, you realize that this thing is not working the way I expected, then you have 10 years. That's why they say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. And they say life begins at 40. Because by the time you are 40 years old, probation is over. Wilderness is over. You should be entering the promised land. So you now say the next 10 years, you become very intentional about some things that you do. You remove some things, adjust your life. So that by the age of 50, by age 50, no more children. By 50, you are not talking marriage. By 50, you are not a tenant. If by 50, you are still a tenant, bro, life is out of order. So, it's a disorder. At 50, landlord is still coming to throw you around. No. Even if it's a small self-contained, even if it's one piece of land, you don't need a whole plot. You don't need a whole plot. All you need is a piece of land. Even if it's just one small bungalow, you must have something. You mean you spent 50 years in this world and you couldn't buy one plot? 50 years, half a century. Ordinary one small plot like this, you don't get to your name. Abba, think of it now. Something's wrong now. Then you have been married, inside that 50, you have been married for maybe another 20. Two of you for 20 years together. Now don't you buy one plot, do one small bungalow. Abba, think of this thing now. Because many times it's because we didn't plan for it. We became a victim of it. Because you did not plan for it, you became a victim of it. And let me tell you something, it's never too late to start. So don't ever think that, my own is finished, this is there. No. If you start now, 5 years is enough for anybody to change their life. 5 years is enough for anybody to change. When you are intentional. Because you will abort, it's a bush, the place where you call bush. See as it is so. This all where you are now 70,000 naira. Today now if you have 40 million, you can't buy. But many of you have 70,000 that time, but you do naming ceremony. Both you and the child now, you can't do ceremony. May the Lord have mercy on us. So, well, my time is up.
I hope you were blessed by that message. Kindly leave your comments, share, and subscribe to this channel for more of this. Thank you.